Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Real Madrid have drawn Atletico in the round of 16. We are getting a Madrid derby. Now, as I said earlier, I did not want this matchup. Not because I'm scared of Atleti, but because I am bored of playing them. We are now going to see us match up against them 4 times this season. And there's a possibility of a 5th matchup in the Copa del Rey final. And to me, one of the best things about the Champions League is playing against teams that you usually don't get to see. I've already played Atleti twice this season. And we already know that Atleti are going to come with these haram ball tactics, right? They're going to be doing their satanic tactics on the pitch. They're going to stink it out, and they're going to hope to scumbag their way into the next round. Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. It's not going to work. I fully expect us to beat Atleti. Now, the first leg will be at the Bernabeu. The second leg will be at Atleti's ground. So they do have an advantage there because unlike us, Atleti actually did okay in the league stage of the UCL. They finished in the top 8. So they do have the slight advantage in terms of being at home in the second leg, but I still expect to beat them. Atleti in the Champions League, when it's time to play Real Madrid, they're not built for these moments. They fold under pressure. Last time that we played them, the 16-17 season, Champions League semifinals, we beat them on aggregate. Then we played them before that in the Champions League final, beat them on penalties. The year before that, 2014-15, knocked them out of the quarterfinals. We don't take Atleti serious. You guys are a shit club. Fuck Atletico Madrid. Fuck their fans. One of the worst fan bases on this earth. I can't tell you who's worse, Atleti fans or Valencia fans. It's like asking me trash versus garbage. And I hope that we absolutely slap them up. The 2 times that we've played Atleti so far this season, we've been the better team by far. We've cooked them in both those games. The fact that in those 2 matchups so far this season, they got points off of us is a disgrace. It's not because of anything that they did either. We just fumbled it. The first leg at their ground, right? We're beating them 1-0. Eder Militao scores the goal. Their scum fans got the game postponed. By the way that those Atleti fans were acting the first time that we played them, that game should have been a forfeit for them. But we let Angel Carrera get an equalizer at the end. Endrick fumbled it that game. Endrick, we had the counterattack. I believe it was Jude to his left. And instead of just passing it to Jude, Endrick tries to be the hero and shoots it from way outside the box. That, to me, was a costly mistake. We just played Atleti a few weeks ago at the Bernabeu, right? We cooked them. They get a dodgy penalty. It's never a pen, by the way. So they can thank the refs. But aside from that penalty, what did they do? Julian Alvarez getting man the match. I forgot that he was even out there. Antoine Griezmann did nothing. We battered them, but we were not clinical, and mistakes cost us. So I feel confident playing Atleti. But yes, I did prefer a matchup against Leverkusen. Only because of the storylines, right? Xabi Alonso, it's probably the worst kept secret in world football. He is more than likely going to be our next manager. So I wanted to see him up close and personal. I wanted to see what tactics he would have against us. I wanted to see how he would deal with the pressure of the Champions League. I wanted to see how good Leverkusen would do against us, because where we all know Atletico Madrid and the haram ball that they're about to play, it's not going to be a pretty game. And again, I've played Atleti twice already this season. So now it's going to be 4 times. But Leverkusen, they play good football. They got some good young talent as well, right? We were linked to Florian Wirtz, right? We were linked to Jeremy Frimpong. But the player that I like the most at Leverkusen is Hincapie. That's the player that I would sign from Leverkusen. Forget all those attackers. Go get me Piero Hincapie. Anyways, I just thought that the Leverkusen matchup would have been a little bit more interesting. And again, all those storylines. But it is a Madrid derby in the Champions League round of 16. Now, we do have to talk about a potential issue that we have, and that is with Jude Bellingham. He is suspended for the first leg of this match, and that is something that will hurt us, right? Jude, one of the best midfielders in the world, one of our best players, right? Very clutch. His overall game is going to be very hard to play against Atleti in the first leg without him. But he did get a yellow card versus Man City, so he's suspended for the first leg. Now, the thing is, right, while it does suck that he's not going to be available for the game at the Bernabeu, I still would rather have him for the second leg over the first, if that makes sense, right? The first leg, we're going to be at home, and we still do have a better squad than Atleti, right? We do have a team where, even with Jude not being there, well, let me not even say squad, because I actually do think, to be fair to Atleti, they do have a very good squad. They do. Like, Atleti's squad building has been very good. But I think that we have more firepower. I think with Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo, right, Valverde, Tchouameni, Dani Ceballos lately, who's been balling out, right? Rudiger's now fit. Courtois is not injured. Raul Asensio, the Sergio Ramos regen. I think that we definitely have enough to get a good result in the first leg without Jude being there. And then in the second leg, he will be available. So we'll see how it goes. But I did want to call that out. Now, just doing a little quick look ahead, right? So the winner of Real Madrid versus Atleti will play the winner of PSV versus Arsenal. Now, I think Arsenal are going to take care of PSV. And I really do hope, I pray that we could play Arsenal in the quarterfinals. If you guys don't know, right, Arsenal, I love Arsenal. It's my second favorite team. The Arsenal and Real Madrid are the only 2 teams that I care about in world football. But they got to hold smoke, right? And if you actually look at it, our run is going to be very difficult, because we're going to have to play, more than likely, Arsenal in the quarterfinal, and then we're going to have to play one of PSG, Liverpool, Club Brugge, or Aston Villa in the semifinals. And more than likely, if I had to put money on it, it's more than likely going to be Liverpool in that semi. And I need my lick back versus Liverpool for the beating that they gave us earlier. I need my lick back. I did not forget at that ass whipping that we got at Anfield earlier this season. I need to remind these Liverpool fans who the boss is. I need to remind them of why Trent is going to be leaving them for us. Because they've seemed to get carried away based off how well they've played in the first half of this season in the Prem and in the Champions League. Now, I also want to show you guys this as well, bro. Like, just in terms of the matchups that we've had in the Champions League, it's been really tough. Like, already this season, I had to play Man City in the playoffs just to qualify to face Atleti. That's nasty work. I'm not going to lie, chat. Then look at the year before, right? Leipzig, Man City, Bayern, Dortmund. And you know what's crazy? Actually, let me bring it back to this just really quick. Based off the possibilities that we have in our run to the Champions League final, this could potentially be even harder than the 2022 run that we had, right? When we played PSG, Man City, Chelsea, and then like Liverpool in the final. Remember, nobody thought that we were going to win that Champions League. Everybody thought that we were the underdogs, and we did it. Now, I don't think that we're really underdogs this year, right? I think that the ass whipping that we gave Man City has definitely put a lot of people on notice, and I think that nobody's going to doubt us anymore like they were earlier this season, and I do view us as one of the favorites. And like we have to me, to not win the Champions League this year, I would have to consider it a failure. We won it last season without Mbappe. Now we add Mbappe. We got to win it this season. I know that, defensively we're not as good, right? There's no Toni Kroos and there's no Carvajal. But look, nobody's going to give us that context. Nobody's going to give us a fair assessment when it comes to whether we win it or not. They're going to just say that Real Madrid failed. And I would agree with them. So, look. Yeah, anyways, look. Just here have been our opponents since 2017. It's actually crazy, bro. And by the way, stop giving us Man City. Stop giving us Man City. 4 times in the last, 5-6 years? No, actually, we played them 5 times in the last, 6 seasons. Bruv, every year we got to see these guys. But, yeah, man, look, Madrid Derby. Shit. Here we go again. Right, chat? Come on. But smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, right? Let me know what you guys are saying for this matchup. And get in the Discord, right? The link's going to be pinned in the comment section as well. So takes a few seconds. And it's going to be a lot of fun, right? Make sure that you guys have those post notifications turned on so you don't miss whenever I drop a new video or I go live. Hala Madrid y nada más. We have to advance. No excuses, right, chat?